Hello my soapy friends, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Lissa, also known as the Soap Chef on this channel, where we make all things with a rather good lather. I've been a maker in this industry for over 2 decades. We are a 3D bath bomb mold supplier, and my favorite products to make, of course, are bath bombs. But that's enough about me. Let's get right into the video. Hey friends, we are back over at Creation Station. We're going to be making some aloe juice from scratch. We're going to turn that aloe juice into an aloe gel, and then I'm going to take that aloe gel and I'm going to make myself some hand sanitizer for my car because I'm out. I do not sell hand sanitizer because I don't have the licenses required to do so because it's considered a drug. But I thought, let's make some on our own. We're using 200 times aloe powder, and we're just going to put distilled water, which I already have weighed out. So we're just going to put this aside. Like I said, you could use this. If you don't feel like making your aloe juice from scratch, you could just go ahead and use this to make your gel. But we're going to put that aside. We're going to make our own juice, okay? So we're going to start off with some distilled water. Come on. Oop, a little too much. Still too much. That's where these like little bottles come in so handy, you guys, for just this reason. So you don't have to keep on going back and forth and back and forth. All right, wait, that's the one we want on there. I'm getting myself confused. All right, anyways, we're putting 89.5% of distilled water. There we go. Then we are going to use 200 times aloe powder at 10%. Okay. And now we are just going to go ahead and combine that aloe powder with the water. Again, it's 89.5% on the distilled water, 10% on the aloe powder. That's not all we're going to do yet because there's still clumpy chunkies down on the bottom. And lastly, we're going to be adding our preservative at 0.5%, our liquid Germal Plus. And stir away. I will link down below where you can get the 200 times aloe powder. All right, let's get in there with our handy dandy little whisk. I'm just going to give this a little squirt with alcohol because I'm turning this into a hand sanitizer anyway. All right, you guys can't see. I'll try to move some of the foam away because we did create quite a bit of bubbles. I don't know if you guys can see, probably not from this angle. At any rate, it's completely clear on the bottom, and so there's no chunks left in there. So now we've made aloe juice from scratch. Very easy, right? 89.5% distilled water, 10% of your aloe powder, and 0.5% of your preservative, okay? So now we've got the same thing that you just bought in the store. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna turn that into gel. Okay, so to make your aloe gel using the aloe juice that you just made, we're going to start off by putting our glycerin, which is 1.5%. And we're going to mix some xanthan gum in there. And xanthan gum is going to be at 1%. It's a fairly high amount. Because we want a gel. All right, now that we've got our xanthan gum and our glycerin down in the mix here, I'm gonna try to incorporate that. I'm just making a really, really small little batch. So it's gonna take a couple of seconds here to really get this all combined well, so that I don't just have free-flowing powder from the xanthan gum hanging out there. All right, that's good enough. So we've got the 1.5% of glycerin, we've got 1% of our xanthan gum. Now we need to add our aloe juice to turn this into a gel. And we're going to add 97% aloe juice that we just made. Perfect. All right, let's give this a stir now to hydrate that xanthan gum. And this is going to start to get thick and turn into a gel. All right, let's put it back up in here, and we're going to add our preservative, which is going to be at 0.5 again. So again, we've got 1.5% glycerin, 1% of xanthan gum, 97% of aloe juice, and 0.5 of your preservative. I'm using Liquid Germall Plus. So we've made our juice, and then we've used that juice, and we're making gel. Going to take several minutes, you guys. And once I see that this is starting to get thick enough to my liking, I usually leave this overnight. I'm going to give it another blend with this. I usually leave this overnight to continue doing its thing, which I did do this yesterday. I'll show you in a second. But you guys can see already the viscosity is changing. Let me turn it this way so you don't have the lines. It's getting nice and thick now. Alrighty then. So you guys can see it's getting very thick. The viscosity has changed quite a bit. So we're making a really, really nice gel. But again, what I do is I leave that overnight. I cover that. I come back the next day, which I already did this yesterday. And here is my aloe gel that I made yesterday. I left it overnight, and you can see how nice and thick that is. I'm going to now take this and turn it into hand sanitizer for myself that I use in my car, okay? So we've made our juice from scratch. We used that juice to make our gel. Now we're using that gel to make a hand sanitizer for ourselves. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and add some of our aloe gel that we made, and we're going to do that at 28.5%. Then we're going to add some glycerin because we need a little bit of moisture. And we're going to add that at 1%. and followed by some at least 91% alcohol. And you want your alcohol content to be at least 70% to be able to kill the bacteria for a little while. And again, we don't sell this here in the United States. We're not allowed to unless you have the proper licensing, because this is considered a drug. But I really just ran out like 2 days ago, and I'm like, oh gosh, I got to make some more. Okay, so 70% of 91% rubbing alcohol. And just mix this. For ease of mixing, I'm going to go ahead and pour this back into the vessel that we made our juice with, just so that I can get in there good with the blender with a little mini whisk. All right, let's get in here now. Okay, let's go ahead and get some essential oils into the mix here. I'm going to be using some lemongrass because I just love the smell of that, and we're doing that at 0.5%. All right, that's good enough. You can put this in a regular bottle with a flip cap if you would like to. Because this is a thinner solution, I'm going to go ahead and put that into a spray bottle. You may see that it doesn't look like the aloe has combined really well with the alcohol, but it will continue to dissolve it in time. So go ahead, give it a little bit of a shake. I can take the gloves off now. And spritz, spritz, spritz. And there I have a really nice hand sanitizer that's still moisturizing because we put that glycerin in there. If you guys wanted to add a little bit of panthenol powder, you could do that. A little bit of allantoin, you could also do that. It's not sticky, which I like, because I can't stand hand sanitizer that after you put it on like the actual gel and then you rub it in and your hands are like, oh gosh, they're so sticky. So there you go, you guys. Here is your hand sanitizer from scratch. And I'll give you those percentages again. 91% rubbing alcohol, use that at 70%. Your aloe vera gel that you just made from scratch, use that at 28.5%. If you would rather have it a little bit more liquidy, put less in. You can go up to 75% with your alcohol. Glycerin at 1%, and then your essential oils at 0.5%. You're not going to need an additional preservative in this, because don't forget, we preserved our aloe juice, okay? And we're also adding a lot of alcohol. So there's no need for you to add an additional preservative. So that's it, you guys. We made our, we'll just pretend that that's the aloe juice. We made our aloe juice from scratch. We turned that into a gel. We use that gel to make a hand sanitizer, okay? I'll go ahead and put all of these ingredients and all of the percentages throughout the video as we have gone along for each step, but I hope you guys enjoyed this quick, fast, easy way to make your own aloe juice, turn that into gel, and turn that into a hand sanitizer, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't. I'd appreciate it. Okay, you guys, till we meet again. Be kind and stay humble. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon.